trust now. Can't even trust the police, cause they'll pull up, shoot the victim, and let the criminal go free. I'm just trying to talk to the hood, man, cause my kinfolk still sleep. It's like we're stuck in an old blue. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. I'm rounding up my dogs, and I ain't talking leash. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm trying to wake my people. I'm giving you my all. Hope you give it back to me. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. The ones that doing the bid, I ain't talking auction lease. Never been a farmer, but I'm trying to sow some seeds. Praying they take root and they don't turn into weeds. Hollering, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm doing this for my dogs, I'm doing it for the streets. The ones that's doing the bid, when time without release. Hollering, look, we got 2020, but we can't see. Education, PhD, witchcraft, sodomy, pedophilia, pharmacy, ecstasy, alcohol, and weed. A genius cup, the serpent seed. Taste on my people like hot grease. Desensitized, we can't feel a thing. Kurt, sir, and it all started from birth. We can concede our work. They took our identity first. Their name was educators, taught us by words and segregators. Hasty confinement to dissipate us. Look at my people, we bottle scrapers. Hated and loved by every nation. Facts. Cause everybody really wanna be a nigga. But they don't really wanna be a nigga. Go through the trials, the struggles, the wiles, the ups and the downs, the in and the outs, the poverty. We can't even fit in the crowd. Nah, we can't even fit in the crowd. They pointing us out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Truth Music Radio is the #1 hottest source of truth music. Come see what all the fuss is about. Every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Zebediah Boaz will be bringing y'all evening meditation. Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. DJ Taz Stewart will be on the ones and twos. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Moshe Huda will bring you truth music, scripts, and world events. Wednesday from 5 to 7, your sister, Ray Chantel, will be bringing you Sister Talk every Wednesday. Every Friday, tap in to Truth, Love, and Redemption with Dimitri Milligan from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget about me, your op, Brandon Lewis, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. We'll be bringing you the Script Talk Podcast, all on Truth Music Radio. The Z is for Zion, powered by the Most High, J Shields Promotions, RayGraphics.com, and Yasharala Nation. Zion, spread the message. Download the app for free for Apple devices and Android. Shalom.
It's your Ch.2-3, and you're tuned into TruthMusic.com. The Z is for Zion.
Yeah. Don't get it mistaken, what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm just trying to wake up my people. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. I'm rounding up my dogs, and I ain't talking leash. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm trying to wake my people. I'm giving you my all. Hope you give it back to me. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. The ones that doing the bid, I ain't talking auction lease. Never been a farmer, but I'm trying to sow some seeds. Praying they take root and they don't turn into weeds. Hollering, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I'm doing this for my dogs. I'm doing it for the streets. The ones that's doing the bid, when time without release. Hollering, yeah. Proofs. I'll be because we ain't serve them. Took the chains off the slaves, put it on their brain, made it even worse. Working harder for the master now cause his face green, Ninja Turtle. Feels coming in the circuit just cause me on TV still got barred up. No Xanax, tight stretch, spandex. Feel him flipping in the wrong hood, left his neck, chest, and his back way. My people suffer for it like another like we crashed up in a fishing net. And college filled with philosophies, theories, and ideologies. We don't know who to trust now. Can't even trust the police, cause they'll pull up, shoot the victim, and let the criminal go free. I'm just trying to talk to the hood, man, cause my kinfolk still sleep. It's like we're stuck in an old place. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. I'm rounding up my dogs, and I ain't talking leash. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm trying to wake my people. I'm giving you my all. Hope you give it back to me. I said I do this for the block, I do it for the streets. The ones that doing the bid. I ain't talking auction lease. Never been a farmer, but I'm trying to sow some seeds. Praying they take root and they don't turn into weeds. Holla, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm doing this for my dogs. I'm doing it for the streets. The ones that's doing the bid. When time without release. Holla, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, we got 2020, but we can't see. Education, PhD, witchcraft, sodomy, pedophilia, pharmacy, ecstasy, alcohol, and weed. A genius cup, the serpent seed. Taste on my people like hot grease. Desensitized, we can't feel a thing. Curse, and it all started from birth. We can concede our work. They took our identity first. Their name was educators, taught us by words and segregators. Tasty confinement to dissipate us. Look at my people, we bottle stickers. Hated and loved by every nation. Facts. Cause everybody really wanna be a nigga. But they don't really wanna be a nigga. Go through the trials, the struggles, the wilds, the ups and the downs, the in and the outs, the poverty. We can't even fit in the crowd. Nah, we can't even fit in the crowd. They pointing us out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Truth Music Radio is the #1 hottest source of truth music. Come see what all the fuss is about. Every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Zebediah Boaz will be bringing y'all evening meditation. Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. DJ Taz Stewart will be on the 1 and 2. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Moshe Yehuda will bring you truth music, scripts, and world events. Wednesday from 5 to 7, your sister, Ray Chantel, will be bringing you Sister Talk every Wednesday. Every Friday, tap in to Truth, Love, and Redemption with Dimitri Milligan from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget about me, your op, Brandon Lewis, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. We'll be bringing you the Script Talk Podcast, all on Truth Music Radio. The Z is for Zion, powered by the Most High, J Shields Promotions, RayGraphics.com, and Yasharala Nation. Zion, spread the message. Download the app for free for Apple devices and Android. Shalom.
It's your Ch.2-3, and you're tuned into TruthMusic.com. The Z is for Zion.
To Ferguson, Missouri. And the events of the past 11 days have really grabbed our attention, not just through the dramatic pictures and video that we've seen in Ferguson, Missouri, but also through calls for justice on social media. And joining me now, Talib Kweli, a hip-hop artist and activist who's in Ferguson right now, and actor and activist Jesse Williams, who's also a board member of the Advancement Project. And Talib, I have to start with you because we've been hearing about the really dramatic events and what you dealt with police last night.
Give all praises to the Most High, that's one
thing they won't do. My hands up, reaching 4 times, cause it's obvious that's up to. Asking me what I'm up to, on mind to mind, go do you. Can't tell me why I can't go. No device on my ankle, they'll file you to get 2 shots and 1 to make sure. Organs go for like 20 grand, we subject to that payment. It's the only way we can pave the way if we laying on that pavement. Better off keeping your mouth shut, saying don't shoot and not saying much. We go out with a bang, being dead what it's led to. No Bloods and Crips, that other gang who pull up flashing that red blue. Shots fired, who the next to feel it? Empty casket, who the next to fill it? If y'all the real, then we be the realest. That weak noise, y'all need to kill it. And all we wanna do is just live. But we dying, yeah. And all we wanna do is just live. But is it worth trying, yeah. Yeah, my hands up, my hands up, my body going down. I got my hands up, my hands up, my body going down. It's going down. Don't shoot. I ain't got a handgun. I ain't got nothing. So I throw my hands up. See me? So I throw my hands up. Do you see me? But it's like I got a handgun.
We have been hearing that things calmed down, but they weren't so calm for you last night. Can you tell us what happened?
No, they were not. If last night was the calmest night, or if that was the police being calm, I would hate to be here when the police are not calm. Me personally, I was told that I was gonna have my head blown off. I had guns pointed in my face. I was put on the ground. I was with Jessica Care Moore, Rosa Clemente, friends of mine who are also activists. We were with a bunch of young people. I want to stress to people that there was no looting. There was women and children out there protesting peacefully. And we were out there and the police acted aggressively. They were antagonizing. They were being disrespectful with the things they were saying to the people. And then they set up in a formation like they were about to rush the people. They put up their riot stuff. And all of that happened before someone threw a water bottle. Somebody threw a water bottle from somewhere. It was a bottle of water. And after that, the police charged at us like a lion. They charged at a gazelle. They ran us down. I'm running in the street. Police is tackling, like literally tackling people in the street. They get that one, get this one. They were trying to arrest whoever they could. You know, by the grace of God, there was a black cop out there who saw us on the ground, and the people I was with, it was like 20 people. It was like, you know what, we need to let these people go. And they let some of us go in there.
Yeah, one thing I learned from Peter one time, never deny. Tempted to catch amnesia sometimes, never deny. Even when my faith will come a cry, I never deny. When I confess, I put my neck on the line. I never deny. Yeah, I told you I would never fold, even in the cold. I never lose my hope back against the ropes. The sun's flower from the concrete is where I rose. It's just perspective, ain't no location for highs and lows. I can't believe the lie no more, the truth is in my soul. Holy Spirit, hold my pen, I'm writing with a ghost. The war is on, my hands are up, I'm fighting on 10 toes. I ain't come this far, fight this hard to make myself known. And I can't switch sides no more, the focus in the road. And I'm trying to eat, my plate garnished with goals. I keep my faith day out and keep subscribing to the code. Through grace, I'm hanging in there like a closet full of clothes. It's nothing you can promise me to leave that light alone. It's honesty over me trying to be like these clones. I can't turn my faculties over for their control. Them are those who want us dead, they're either on parole. Never know what rejection is until you've been opposed. Won't understand God's reflection till they fill you with holes. I share my views and get accused of me trying to impose. They push their views through schools and news shows. Persecute the youth for drug use and then powder their lies and fabricated truths. But how will we know unless the Father left us clues inside a book of quotes to show the greatest of all time is a lamb and not a goat? Whoa. One thing I learned from Peter one time, never deny. Tempted to catch amnesia sometimes, never never deny. Even when my faith will come a cry. I never deny. When I confess, I put my neck on the line. I never deny. I'ma do this right. This is sacrifice. They can miss me with the fame, miss me with the hype. You want me to play a game with the things I write, but I was never into playing games with my life. They say there's money on the line and I'm holding the dice, but I have no price. My soul to God, my body cold as ice. Now some might play dumb for 20,000 likes, yeah, but what everybody like won't help me sleep at night. No, am I called or am I not called to be salt and light? Yeah, did I use God to get me to the table? Now I'm like, I can't reach a broader audience by saying Christ. So I'm supposed to start avoiding him all day and night, huh? Do I have the Holy Spirit or a poltergeist? Yeah, I slimmed down, not from New Orleans, I'm still a soldier right here. This is spiritual warfare that I'm supposed to fight. In Jehovah's sight, all my sin is an oversight. Yeah, my feet planted on a rock like soda and ice. When the money low, I'm still on go, his grace will suffice. There will come a time I can't purchase the merchandise. Keep the 6 absent from my flesh, that's a word of advice. Chasing bags to get you tagged like Judas type. It's more than just a ticket on your head for running through the light. Yeah, careful not to worship the golden calf. Don't deny, never get caught running with the bullseye like Pippin and Mike. One thing I learned from Peter one time.
All right. Shalom. Shalom to the brethren. What up to everybody else? This is your op, Brandon Lewis, and this is the Script Talk Podcast. Of course, we give all honor and esteem to the Most High Yah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, and we give thanks to his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Sorry for the late start. Because once again, apologize to all my people out there in radio land. For those of you on the other platforms, we are streaming live on Truth Music Radio. And that's music with a Z, because the Z is for Zion. Shout out to truthmusic.com as well. I keep hitting hit the talk button, man. There's a little button on the app I stream with. It's a talk meter and it's a talk button. You know, you could have sound without hitting the talk button, but you can't have sound without hitting the talk meter. So oftentimes I look for the meter and I forget to hit the talk button. And I was streaming and I didn't hit the top button. So that's what happened last week. I didn't hit the top button at all. And this week I got it late. So anyway, sorry to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody supporting black or melanated uh 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 platforms, right? We need more of it. We need more unity. We need more coming together. So if you don't have the Truth Music app, there is an app where you could go and hear music 24/7 and hear shows like myself, you know, pretty much every day of the week. They got something. So go and download Truth Music Radio app from the Play Store or from Apple Store, or you find us online at truthmusic.com, right? Ain't no excuses. Get in there, right? Also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to everybody out there. All my uh I don't know what to call y'all. All the script team, the brethren, you know. Today we are reading out of the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapters 2 and 3. You know, I have hit on this before, but I'm re-going over it because, you know, sometimes you see stuff you might have missed. Plus, it's a 2 word anyway, so you know, it's always good to go back and hit that again. So let's get right on into it. Let's get right on into it. Ain't no point waiting around with it. Sirach chapter 2. My son, if thou come to serve the master, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Listen, we need not read over that. We need to understand that the hard times we go through, it's not by mistake, especially if you are truly desiring to be upright and you truly are moving in a righteous path. I'm not talking about faking and playing and all this. I'm talking about if you really doing all you can to do right as best you can, and things seem to be going hard for you. This is for you. You know what I'm saying? It said, if thou come to serve the master. Now, this is also a warning to those getting in, and it is also a a um a a note to those who are in. This is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Did you forget? In case you forgot, here's a reminder. There's temptation coming. You know what I'm saying? If thou come to serve the master, prepare thy soul for temptation. He didn't say, you know, in case you get tempted. It didn't leave any room really. It says set thy heart aright, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to endure through the temptation. Set your heart right. Make sure you are firmly rooted, firmly planted to move forward, regardless of what may happen on the right side or the left side. We got to stay straight. That's why it said, and constantly endure. Constantly endure. That tells you that there is going to be a constant uh, adversary to your endurance. What did Hamashiach say? He who endures to the end shall be saved. That means that person has to constantly endure. That means all the temptation that's going to come about at each stage of his life. It didn't say it ever gets easier. I mean, it ever stops. What happens is, or what should happen, is that we began to view our temptations with a different mind. We began to build a confidence from overcoming, right? And understanding that it's only for a season, right? And then we start to not make haste in those times, in those times of trouble. He said, make not haste in time of trouble. I mean, listen, slow down, slow down, chill out. Verse 3, cleave unto him. Cleave unto who? Cleave unto the master that you serve. I mean, don't forget him. Don't don't separate yourself. He said, get closer. He said, cleave. And cleave mean that's when you clutch. It said, it says that the Gentile will cleave to the skirt of a Yehudi. You know what I'm talking about? He gonna, hey, hold me tight. Teach me about your Elohim is what they're gonna say. So now we got to cleave to our Elohim or Alua. We got to cleave to him, our power, right? Cleave unto him and depart not away. Telling you, man, stay close. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So it's telling you the end result. When them hard times come, when it get hard, and you set your heart right and you stay on the right path and you cleave to him, it say you will be increased at the last end. Can't tell me this ain't a black folks book. He basically said, if you stay down, you're gonna come up. You know what I'm talking about? If you stay down, you're gonna come up. Told I, yeah, mighty. Awesome harbor we serve, right? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Now, this right here is what is going to get people. See, lower state. What you mean, lower state? You know, we don't be doing no lower states around here. But what if? What if? Imagine you being brought to a lower state is to increase you at the last end, brethren. Imagine that. Imagine the lower state is to help you out. You go from the penthouse to the outhouse, but it's for your own good. What about that part? Do you think about that part? Verse 5 is going to tell you all about it. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. See, in case you had any kind of confusion about who the gold was and what the fire was, the gold is the acceptable man. See, a lot of people not gold. You know what I'm talking about? They they copper or they fool's gold. You know what I'm talking about? Look like gold, but it's not. Fugazi. For fugazi, right? It's an acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. That mean hard times. We gotta understand, man. I'm going through some stuff right now. For those of you that know, we had some stuff to come out the blue, right? Some stuff to come out the blue. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in at this moment. If you're not tuned in at this moment, you're gonna miss this little testimony. Should be all right. Uh, I had something happen, man. A lot of y'all know about the the adversity that happened to me and my family a year ago. Now, that was hard enough, right? We overcame that. We came through that. We came through it. We are a million times better than we was this time last year. You better believe it. In all ways, in health, in our mental, and everything. And out the blue. You know what I'm talking about? When I say out the blue, I mean out the blue. You know, almost like Tupac said, there was a boom when I entered the room, and in the air, all you hear is the whispers of doom. Niggas scared. It was scary at first. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little crazy, man. These people popped up. These people popped up, man. Uh, you know, trying to put my family in bondage, man. They trying to put my family in bondage, and it looked on the outside, on paper, that thing bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. On paper, that thing bad. That thing bad, bad. But the Most High is so too, man. He's so he's so too that with his adversity, he show you could come out of that thing. He show you the ways you can get out. Just like in the wilderness, when when they sent spies to spy out the land. Prior to them sending spies, the Most High told them, "You are going to take this land. I'm gonna give it to you." He told them, "I'm gonna give it to you." So it come time to go and take the land. The people like, let's send some spies over there to check it out and tell us what's going on. See, the truth of the matter is, nigga, it don't matter who you send. I told you gonna get it, right? They like send some spies over there. Tell us what's going on. That's when they sent um Caleb and Joshua and sent some other people, right? Caleb and Joshua came back like, man, listen. We can get it. It ain't no problem. Other people came back, hey man, it's real over there. It's real over there. I don't know exactly what they saw. I think it was some giants and some, you know, mighty men of war and all kind of stuff over there. Whatever they told them niggas was scared. And they forgot what the Most High told them. They forgot the sign that He showed them. See, that's the kind of situation I'm in. I'm in a situation where, nigga, it's giants over there. You know what I'm talking about? It is some real deal. Hey, listen, Goliath ain't nothing. Goliath ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Goliath daddied him over there. You know what I'm saying? The one that birthed him. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, I'm talking about the giants of old, nigga. I'm talking about pre-flood giants is over there. And but the Most High said we gonna take them. He said we gonna take them, man. Be like Caleb. Be like Caleb and Joshua. We got it. We got it. Hey, it ain't nothing. We could do it. You know, and that's the mindset we gotta have. We gotta cleave to that what he said, man. We gotta cleave to what he said. A lot of us say, any weapon formed against us shall prosper. Now they be saying that stuff, man. Do you really mean it though? And this is the thing. I'm not gonna act like it ain't hard. I'm not gonna act like it ain't hard because um there is a thing that's subconscious, man. You wanna talk about a gripping? Even if your mind, if you be like, yep, we cool, we got it. It be something that grip your heart at times, like you can't breathe, man. But I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on to what he said, man. We could take it. We could take that land. And the Ab was so too to give me even more, they even give me even more confidence, right? Me and my wife, we have been having having issues adjusting to a Hebraic marriage, A worldly marriage a little different. A worldly marriage, the men kiss tail, the yes men, and they're not standing on nothing. They happy wife, happy life, and they, eat a lot of stuff. Some women tend to just move however they want to move, no consequences, no kind of rebuttal, no kind of submissiveness or none of that. So we both having issues, right? And it's getting better. And the crazy part, it was starting to get better when we found out about all this. And the craziest thing you could imagine, this stuff happening, right? The giants over there, you wouldn't believe it. It's making it better. See, it's making it better. That's the obtuseness. Even in the midst of you being like, man, I don't, I'm trusting you, but I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? He like, listen, got you. Every little thing you can see on the legal side of things, I got you. You know what I'm saying? On the financial side of things, even, it's like, I got you. It's in every way, I got you. Just quit worrying about what you see and worry about what I told you. You know what I'm saying? Told I, I'll be out. You know what I'm saying? And I just would that, you know what? We need to get into some music because we on Truth Music Radio. And in light of the testimony I just gave y'all, shout out to my Ock Lorvins. He came out with a song that's been stuck in my head for the longest. And to commemorate and to capitalize on this testimony about enduring and cleaving on to the Master, the Most High Yah, and cleaving on His word and His promises, I will play Lorvins, Fear No Evil. Let's get it.
'Cause I couldn't hit the mark. No. I've been trying so hard, but the flesh tries to keep me apart from where I should be. I tried to protect my eyes from all this wickedness, vexing up the spirit. Sometimes they bother me. Besides the still waters, you leading me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I won't fear no evil. No, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. I run and I stand. For thou art with me. That rod and I stand. They comfort me. Yeah, yeah. I will fear no evil. I won't fear no evil. No, I won't. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anointed my head with all of your goodness. My cup runneth over. And your favor and your mercy, they will follow me in the days of my natural life. And I will dwell in your house of prayer forever. The valley of the shadow of death, shadow of death. I won't fear no evil. I don't fear no nothing as long as you are with me. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You correct me with the rod, and you guide me with the staff. I will fear no evil as long as you walk with me. A redeemer, Yahushua is my helper, and I shall not want. He making me to lie down in green pasture. He's leading me beside the still waters. I will dwell in the house of prayer. I will fear no. I will fear no. I will fear no evil. I will fear no evil. As long as you walk with me, no weapon from no, you will never prosper. Comfort me, guide me. I will fear no evil.
All right, man. Told I y'all feel no evil. You know, um, I have I've stopped myself from talking derogatory towards Hasatan, right? Because he is the creation of the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? Yah rebuke him. You know what I'm talking about? But feel no evil. Shalom to my Kafa and my Isha in the build. Let's get back to this, right? Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him. Believe, trust, right? Believe is a feeling. Trust is an action. You know, trust ain't no feeling. Not really. Because when you trust somebody, you'll put something on the line. You know, to me at least. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. See? I mean, listen, in case you thought I was wrong. Ye that fear Mic check, mic check. That's crazy. I just lost my audio in the middle of the thing. See what's going on here. Mic check. Okay. Wow. My mic ain't never just turned off in the middle of me talking like that. But all right. Ye that fear or reverence, respect. Ye that respect the master. Wait for his compassion and go not aside lest ye fall. See, when you are out of his will, when you transgress him and he, hold on 1 second, y'all. Uh, sister saying she missed something. It's live. Hold on. Okay. See, it says when you transgress him and he brings judgment, he will not have compassion. Right? It says he will remove all compassion in his judgment. Right? But if he, in his will, it says that he will have compassion. He will show compassion upon you. So just cause things are going hard for you, that don't mean he's removed his compassion. There's a difference between a judgment and a trial. See, a lot of people misconfuse judgments and trials all the time. Sometimes you think it's a judgment and it's a trial, and sometimes you think it's a trial and it's a judgment. You know what I'm talking about? Some of you think you're going through a trial and it'll be a judgment, right? And how you know, or how I think you ought to know where you at, is that when you in a trial, it's hope. See, it's hope when you going through a trial. He show you that to give you the strength to endure. When you going through a judgment, ain't no hope for you. You know, when he judging you, hey, listen, you better pray he lift his hand up. You better pray he stop pouring out that cup. You know, you gotta be like Daoud in there fasting and praying that it might be possible that he be lenient upon his servant. You know, ye that reveal the master, wait for his compassion, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that reverence the master, trust in him, and your reward shall not fail. Listen, just like them people got punished for not believing what he said in the wilderness, you better believe verse 8. You better trust in verse 8. Because if he say this, you don't believe it, then you just like them people in the wilderness. That's what we got to understand about these scriptures. We got to start taking this stuff to heart. You know, that's why Hamashiach used to talk to the apostles how he did, because it's like he always said, ye of little faith. That's ye of little trust. Ye of little trust. Where your trust at? You're not trusting in your reward. You're not trusting in the power that I said you should have. You're not trusting. You're not believing. We got to get our trust up, brethren. You know, I need to put it on a t-shirt. Get your trust up. Verse 9. Ye that reveal the master, hope for two, right? Hope for good and for everlasting joy and compassion. That's what your hope got to be. That's what you're moving for. That's what I'm staying right for. That's what I'm staying out the world for that prize, for that everlasting joy and compassion, not just in the world to come, but in this world, right? And even in the midst of my enemies, he gives us joy and he shows us compassion. That's what happened when you're in the upright way. The Malkut within you, you start to go into another world, man. You know, it's crazy. Like, if you think about it, you really be in another world. I think about all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff that people be talking about and people be doing on your timeline, on TV. I'd be like, man, that's not even my world, man. These people talking about, you know, Valentine's Day and all that. I didn't know it was no damn Valentine's Day. I didn't even know it was the 14th. I was just going about my day, willy nilly, if you will. When it comes to the world, willy nilly. I don't know nothing about it. Listen, I could give a damn. When it was the Super Bowl, I didn't know it was no damn Super Bowl. The people coming up asking me, "You gonna watch the game? You gonna watch the game?" No, nigga, I'm not watching no game. I don't give a damn about no game. I'm playing a game. I'm in a race. You know what I'm talking about? I'm running the race, trying to endure to the end. I ain't got time for no damn sports entertainment. It's all fake anyway. I gave up fake sports entertainment back in the day when I gave up wrestling. You know? Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the master and was confounded. See, that's what we got to look to. What Paul said, things written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comprehension of the scripture might have hope, patience and comfort. I'm sorry, patience and comfort of the scripture. See, you get that comfort from reading about our forefathers going through things and trusting in the Most High, and we began to step out in trust, right? That's what happened with a King David. What you think a teenage boy doing stepping to a lion and a bear for? Like he just felt like he was just that nigga or something? No, I I would imagine the text don't say, but in my comprehension of the text, I would imagine he had read the things of aforetime and he was comforted in his office of being a shepherd and being one who was in charge of a thing. And he moved in his commandment of, you can't have my possession. And he put his life on the line for it. See, and he kept that mentality. He kept that mentality the whole way. He had a respect for an office that show you, because he had respect for Paul's office. I mean, not Paul's office, for Saul's office. That's why it says, rise at the horrid head, the office of the elder, you know, uh, you know, he respected Saul's office to the point that when Saul was killed by a man, it offended David, even though Saul had tried to kill David. David had the opportunity to kill Saul. You know what he said? This is the Most High's anointed. The Most High put him in this office. Now, mind you, this man had been promised the kingship since he was a little boy. It don't say how long passed, but a good, what, 10, 10 to 20 years passed between the time he heard he was going to be king, between the time he actually became king. And he waited because he respected the office. Even when old boy killed Saul, he said, you dare put your hands on the Most High's anointed? That's what he said. I didn't put my hands on the Most High's anointed. He gave me the kingship. He respected the office and he moved in it, trusted in it. You know, even though Saul was possessed by demons and, wicked and doing all kind of stuff, he said, when the Most High want him gone, he'll remove him. And we need to be likewise minded to have a reverence for. Shout out to my Aunt Kafer. We was talking about law enforcement and talking about how sheriffs supersede cops, and how a sheriff could come up and shut a cop down. You know what I'm saying? Shut him all the way down. And Hafer said he respect that office when they move in it and move in it in fear, as he should, as a child of the Most High, y'all, as a seed of Daoud, whether it be in the physical or spiritual, right? Because everybody's not in the physical. Everybody's not bloodline descendant. A lot of us think we are. We might not be, but that's okay. Through the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, we are spiritually able, or or in the Ruachni sense, able to become descendants. See, a lot of people bloodline descendants, but they disqualified because they don't have the nature of their descendants. Hamashiach told you this about those two men. He said, if you were of Abraham's seed, you would do the works of Abraham. See, they had the bloodline of Abraham. Don't get it twisted. But they didn't act. They didn't have the nature. So shout out to those that got the nature of Abraham, to the Caucasians, to the Arabs, to the Chinese, whoever you might be ethnically, but spiritually, you are the seed of Abraham. It says shalom. And everybody else in the bloodline or not, that's not like that. Get your mind right. Hell is hot. Verse 11, for the master is full of compassion. See, that's two compassions right there. Full of, well, you could say compassion and kindness, right? Long suffering and very pitiful. Forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. That's what we got to understand and know and trust in. But hold on now. Hold on 1 second. I got to change my voice on this one right here.
Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. No, that
That ain't going to work. Let me get back to the thing. Verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Hey, listen, man. But it said only so long fake thugs can pretend. You don't want that day. You don't want that day. You don't want to be a pretender. You know, as as my baby said, you don't want to be gold plated. Okay, you don't want to be gold plated. See, this is the beauty of Yahushua HaMashiach for everybody that condemns him or who's not tapping in to the full potential. You can be gold plated prior to, see, because you got to be renewed. See, truth be told, we was all gold plated at one time. When you was in Christianity, you was gold plated. When you was in Islam, you was gold plated. When you know you was an atheist and all this, you was gold plated. Now, this gold is not religious. See, religion, mic check, mic check. Religion is customs. You know, feast days, fringes, Christmas, praying 5 times a day. A lot of these is customs that you could do these things and still be wicked as hell. You know what I'm talking about? We're not talking about religious customs. We talking about the nature of our allure. See, he want a people like unto himself. Ooh, ooh. He wants a people like unto himself. You see how he exalted Daoud? He said, a man after my own heart. He said, a man after my own heart is Daoud. He said, he said, I look upon the inner. Say, I don't look upon the outer. See, that outer is them feast day. We just went over that last week in the scripture study about how Yah described the feast and the land and everything he gave to Israel, he described them as gifts you give to a woman. And he described how he took them gifts back. See, and then Peter told us about how it's not the outward adorning that the Most High looks upon. He said, but he looks upon the inner man, and the meek and quiet ruach is of great price to the Most High. Y'all, you understand me? So that's where we got to be at. See, that's the real thing. That's why I know Muslims that have the meek and quiet ruach. They call themselves Muslims, but they got the meek and quiet ruach. I know some non-messianics that got the meek and quiet ruach. I know it's crazy to say, but they got the meek and quiet ruach. Whereas you got messianics that, you know, believe in Yahushua Mashiach, or, you know, believe in Jesus. They do feasts and they do long prayers and cry and shout and all this old stuff. But when the hard times come, they crumble, showing that they are not built on a proper foundation. You know, they're involved in all kind of wickedness, serving all kind of deities. They ain't got no discernment. They're not seeking for none, so they're not getting none. But yet they messianic. But yet they so-called believe in the scriptures. See, these people are religious. Most High is not looking for religious people. He's looking for people like unto himself. Like my ox said, shout out to my ox. He's looking for people that make the Most High's word their name. See, to understand what my brother said when he said that, you got to understand what a name is. See, he said the people that are called by my name. You know what they say? Your word is born. You know what I'm talking about? The Most High's word is born. And your word is born mean that's you. That's what you stand by. Like the movie said, I stamp it, I approve it. It's blue magic. You know what I'm saying? He stamp it, he approve his word. So we got to be a people called by his name. We got to be a people that put on his name. Just like Yahushua Mashiach. That's why Paul said to put on Christ, to put on Hamashiach, to put on Yah's salvation. What is Yah's salvation? That a man might be renewed in his mind, that he might fully convert himself from the evil way to the righteous way. That is Yah's salvation. And that it come with great price, that it come with great temptation and persecution of hard and trying times, of a furnace of adversity. And that he, through the trusting in the word, endure these hard times, and that he be made better and more upright. That he grow from Ruach to Ruach, from Amunah to Amunah. That's what Yahushua. Hey, listen, man. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all, man. You know, hey, there's a lot of meat on that bone. You might wanna go back and listen to that. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Ooh, when you're faint-hearted, that means you don't believe. You got doubts, you don't believe. You can't doubt if you believe. You're not Caleb and Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who it was. I think it was Caleb. Let's say he was an old man. They said, man, listen, man, you too old to go up there. He said, man, listen, I'll go up there and fight him like I'm a young man. If the Most High be with me. He said, the Most High be with me. It don't matter how old I am. I got this. They had to sit King David down. They said, listen, man, we can't have you going out here with us, man. You need to sit back. Let us get you a little young thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, keep you warm at night. Just chill on out, David. You know what I'm saying? Because David, like, listen, man, the Most High with us. We out here. We out here. We got to have that same mind. Or shall he not be defended? Oh, see, it said, if you don't believe, you won't be defended. I mean, the Most High gonna let you. Them weapons formed, they're gonna prosper. Woe unto you that have lost patience. Ooh, 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 ooh. Woe unto you that have lost patience. What will ye do when the master shall visit you? He coming. Either gonna come in shalom, or he gonna come with fire and indignation. See, look at the people in scripture. All the prophets was after Yah's heart, because when the prophets would show up, the people be like, is it Is it good with D? You know what I'm saying? Is everything cool? Hey, listen, we don't want no problem. You know what I'm saying? When the prophets show up, is usually to bring some bad news, to bring some judgment of the Most High Yah. They want to, is it cool? What will ye do when the master shall visit you? You know, they be worried because when the prophet show up, that mean the master coming. That mean the prophet is the messenger of Yah. The prophet is really a Nabi for real. A true, I mean, uh, I mean, the Nabi is really a Malak, right? He's a messenger of Yah. And oftentimes, because the people live so wickedly, the message from the Most High be one of judgment, but it start off with one of warning: change, get right, you need to stop. The problem is the people so haughty, they be like, you know, we got a little more time. You know what I'm saying? They that reverence the master will not disobey his word, and they that ahob him will keep his ways. They that reverence the master will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that ahob him shall be filled with the law. Listen, they that fear the master will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. The fruits of the Ruach, man, you know, meek and quiet Ruach, meek, humble, all that stuff is together, man. Virtue, right? You know, chastity. What's the word, man, for the sisters? Modesty, you know, modesty in nature. I'm not talking about in in clothes, right? A woman that covers up is humble in her ruach, that she don't wanna, she not flashy, she not trying to show nothing, right? She don't, I'm gonna cover this up. The woman that's out here showing off her breasts, you know, got the leggings on, showing off her shape and her curves and her, you know, her print and all this old stuff, man. You might not think about this, sisters. You might be doing it secondhand. You might be doing it as a fashion trend, but it's a spirit connected to that mindset that you would put that on. I pray this Boca, we bind that spirit, we cast that thing out. If you be willing, if you be willing to be upright with your Abba, understand he desires not for you to be out here dressed in that way. You be out here showing yourself, cover yourself, you know. Men too. Put a shirt on, you know. You don't need your shirt that tight. You don't need them sweatpants that tight. You don't need them jeans that tight, you know. Flexing and all that all in the thing, man. What you trying to do, man? Either you trying to put some sisters to lust or you're showing your body off to men. You know what I'm saying? I know men want to see your body. I know these married sisters, they don't want to see your body. We're doing all that flexing, man. You know, I'm guilty. I've done it. I've done it. You know, you can show strength without showing off your body. You know, show us what you put on the bar. Show us what you put on the bar. Show us what you put on the leg press. That's cool. You ain't got to stand up, be all in the camera with your chest and your pecs and all that. Cause if you wouldn't want your wife wearing leggings and skimpy skirts, you shouldn't be all up in the camera with your chest out and your crotch out and all that old stuff, man. Verse 18 saying, we will fall into the hands of the master and not into the hands of men, for his majesty is, for as his majesty is, so is his compassion. Torah, yeah. We're gonna get into some truth music. Shout out to all the truth music out artists. Shout out to everybody on Truth Music Radio. Shout out to all the truckers, man. Toot your horn one time for the Most High, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Toot your horn one time. Roll down the window and say hallelujah out of that thing. Let somebody know you're praising them this folk. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna play here for you? Shout out to my Ock Travis Snipes and the Ock Big Key out of Detroit. And shout out to Detroit. I heard a train carrying poisonous gases derailed close to Detroit. I think they, you know, they doing some stuff, brethren. So pray for Detroit, pray for Ohio and Pennsylvania, pray for Texas. I seen a thing say a meteorite hit Texas somewhere. So let's just pray for our brethren. Let's be vigilant and check on your people, man. So anyway, this is Snipes and Big Op Run Deep. Let's get it.
My love runs deep.
This thing we call life. How you all in different directions.
My love runs deep.
But how deep does your love run for him that created you? Despite the circumstances.
My love runs deep.
How far are you willing to go to get back to it?
My love.
When you say you love it.
My love runs deep.
Where's you just talking? Holla at a Big Key.
My love runs deep.
Yeah, his love is deep. You know my love is action. You speaking with your lips, I act because y'all love is passion. He got me from the pit, it's clear as fact, I gotta praise him. I hit my knees and pray for love, we gotta stop the hatred. We catching cases, different faces, is the people changing? Behind the bars, our spirit hungry, got our bellies aching. I needed love, you got me through and all the pain, I faced it. You read your scriptures, get the blessings, don't you get complacent. Stay adjacent, spreading love, so we in it deep. I'm in the book, I thank you, Yah, he kept me out the street. I gotta preach repentance, time is now, we come to grip. Would you have done the journey, dog, or would you jump the ship? I'm here to teach the script with Yah, I never need another. It take a village, we forgot how much we need each other. We all we got to stop the killing, running deepest in us. It's told our Yah, we in this race, here come the graceful finish.
Snipes.
My love runs deep.
Let me get him.
My love runs deep. They got syringes in their veins, just trying to numb the pain. Looking for a God they never seen and think it's all a game. And it ain't no ponchos when you down and you can't stand the rain. Spent their last dollar on that high and somehow y'all's to blame. Deep down inside they know we real and it ain't just a myth. But circumstances got them thinking, man, life can't be this. I know the struggle, tears a puddle, but the Father love you. Cleave unto him, put down the sin, escape from Jacob's trouble. Lay aside your pride, don't duck and hide, you gotta face that fear. Realize that you've been traumatized, the only place is here. Inside his arms, embrace his love, and won't you let him steer. Don't try to drive, just sit and ride, cause it's vision clear. Deep. My love runs 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 deep.
Yeah. This is my Imanon Yasharala.
How your Israelite like?
This is my Imanon Yasharala with readiness of heart. Shout out to my He just left here and headed back to Texas. He made it home safe. Toda ya to my Aki. Shout out to all of the brethren out of St. Louis. Shout out to everybody out of Houston, Texas. Um, this is Readiness of Heart by Imanon Yasharala. It's on SoundCloud, by the way.
Something like Excite Bite. Ups and downs, right. Every night is fight night. Billie Jean or white mic. Still you get a hype mic. Something like they hype mic. Walking by faith, I don't have to use eyesight. Go hard for y'all, put the kingdom in the limelight. Just so we can shine bright. Upon our men, you don't never have to lie, right? Don't have to justify, right? City to city with the laws, precepts, judgments, commandments, and prophecies. And who are real and every man lies. Without spiritual nourishment, soul dies, soul rise. Shamayim or eternal punishment. See, you can't decide. It's too late. You should have chose life when you had the chance. Lake of fire, lost souls dance. I lift my hands to Yahuwah for his grace and mercy. Folks deep me foul, yet this world plays dirty. Study to show myself approved. Anointed in the fires of Yahuwah. Man on the move. Defy the mandates. Set apart the mold. I go hard in the world face. Israelite sisters and brothers, the time is now to lift your voice like a trumpet. Let the world know the kingdom coming.
Yeah.
People know the kingdom coming. Hold up. Time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Yeah. Time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Corporations incorporated, they made to jerk you. The tug of war that you've been doing designed to hurt you. Take this booster shot, be inside before the curfew. Condition into conditions before they purge you. Revolving doors, all my people hidden in prison. Houses they built, the patriarch insufficient. Funds low enough, the war in disrespect from all women. Indoctrination of our children. Wait a minute, how is that building? I refuse your design and keep working. I ain't dying on your plantation. Gas can, I set fire to the plantation. That one Hebrew and 12,000 for real about it. State your business or prepare to get winged. 5 stones for the giants, go to war for the king. Go to war with the devil, fight battles in the unseen. Realm set a difference between clean and unclean. Lasha Wampadash speaking words in the original. Tongue which my forefathers spoke, no subliminals. Works of repentance, do away with these accolades. All for you to bargain when you stand in front of the magistrate. Yeah, you really think you ballin' cause you got a block. Stubbornness is as idolatry and it's gotta stop. Babylon is falling, crumbling at the seams. Defy the mandate, defy the mean. Tell me who the king? Mashiach. Yeah, time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Yeah, finna let the world know the kingdom coming. Oh yeah, time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Kingdom coming. Time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Kingdom coming. Time to let the people know the kingdom coming. Ready. Finna let the world know the kingdom coming. Oh yeah. Gotta let the people know the kingdom coming.
All right. Let's get back into this thing. Kind of let the people know the kingdom coming. The Malkuth is coming. All right. We are now in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 3. Let's get it. Hear me, your father, your Abba, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be. For the master hath given the father honor over the children. See, office, the office, brethren, has given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the son. Whosoever honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is one that layeth up treasure. Now, Um, this is in the physical as well, but in the spiritual, the father would be discipline, right? Discipline, correction, firmness, right? The mother would be wisdom. Shout out to my brother. I know he like, yep, yep, Wisdom is the mother, right? You when you honor your father, you make atonement for sin, right? When you're disciplined, when you're firm, when you upright, right? Morality, all these things, right? He that honoreth his mother layeth up treasure. When you give honor to wisdom, you seek after wisdom and you acquire it. Whosoever honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. You know why you gonna have joy? Because his children gonna have discipline. His children gonna have discernment. His children gonna be upright when they got discipline and they upright. When they have virtue, brethren, it gives you joy, right? Of his own children. And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. You know why his prayer is gonna be heard? Because he upright, because he righteous, right? That's what comes with the male role. It's also the office. That is what husbandry instills, brethren, right? Discipline, guidance, and instruction, uh you know, firmness, firm hand, uh these kinds of things is what the man is to employ. This is the office of a father. You know, the mother is wise, slow to speak, meek, humble, you know, learned in things, you know, that's the mother. He that honoreth his Abba shall have a long life. You know why? He gonna live out his days. And he that is obedient unto the master shall be a comfort to his mother. You know, it says wisdom is a hobbed by her children, right? And she would in turn a hob her children. You know, it's hard for a mother to love foolish children. See that? You see that thing? I don't know. A lot of meat on that bone for you. You know, are you wise? Or are you foolish? You don't want to anger your mother wisdom. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to anger her. You know, that'll get you cast out to the lake with the snake. He that reverence the master will honor his father and will do service unto his parents as to his master. Honor thy father and thy mother, both in word and deed. Don't just be talking about the discipline, have it. Don't just be talking about the wisdom, have it. Have it on your pussy, as they say. Honor thy father and thy mother, both in word and deed, that a barakah or a blessing may come upon thee from them. It's fruits to the discipline, it's fruits to the virtue and the nature, it's fruits to the wisdom and the fruits of the Ruach. You know, they reciprocate, they pay off. You know what I'm talking about? You want to invest in the stock market. No, invest in your Abba and your Amma, right? In discipline and wisdom. Esteem not in the dishonor of thy father. Don't don't be out here proud of anything you did that lacked discipline, that lacked virtue. Don't be out here talking about it. You ain't did nothing. You ain't done nothing. Glory not, esteem not. For thy father's dishonor is no esteem unto thee. Listen, when you did that dumb stuff, it ain't a good look. You know what I'm talking about? That? Man, listen, man. This how people book. Is that look, it's no glory to thee. It's not a good look on you, sis. For the esteem of a man is from the honor of his Abba. Listen, your esteem gonna come from your virtue. Say, hey man, look, man, that's a good brother right there. That's a good sister. Whatever she say, she do. Whatever he say, he do. You know, he do it expertly. He do it uprightly. She do it expertly. She do it uprightly. All of these are character traits that come from the Abba, right? It said, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to her children. It said, listen, if your wisdom is looked down upon, they gonna look down upon you. You think, you know, everything you got is gonna be dishonored. If people think you stupid, they not gonna respect nothing you got. When a wise man get a new car, he be like, hey man, that brother got a new car, man. That's a good brother, man. Smart brother, man. Wise, man. Hey. But when a fool gets a new car, look at that old, pardon my language. I'm gonna say it like how our people say it. Hey man, that old fool ass nigga got a new car, man. He probably gonna mess it up. You know what I'm talking about? That they ain't got no expectation for you. You know why? Because you're a fool. Nobody respects your wisdom. They think, hey man, listen, you gonna mess that up too. You know why? Because you're a fool. It's our mother in dishonor is a reproach to her children. Listen, my son, help thy father in his age. Listen, when you get older, you need a little bit extra. You need extra discipline. You need extra care. You need extra care. I know what you thought. Oh, what are you gonna say now? It's talking about age. You need that little extra. You know the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? That little extra. You gotta put it on it. You know, uh, help thy father in his age and grieve him not as long as he liveth. Well, well, discernment live forever. Never discern, never grieve it, never lack it. Always have it on your person. And if his understanding faileth, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy strength. Now listen, like I said, this is in the physical and the spiritual. I'm just showing you the spiritual. The physical is plain. This is plain. When your earthly father get old, have patience with him, have understanding, all of this. But at the same time, when you get old, when you have have had your father, when you've had discipline for a period of time, don't waver in it. Just like with your mother, wisdom. Don't waver in your wisdom. Don't waver. Be gentle. You have to be, because in the age, in the in the seasoning, or the what do you call it? In the eldership, you have to take more care, because in your youth you got more dispersible strength. You able to remember things how you need to, and all this old stuff. I had a grandma, man. She used to always talk about stories. Like, you be like, grandma, you telling you we just talked about this the other day. We just talked about this last week. But she told the stories so that she wouldn't forget them. So she keep them on her mind. You remember when you was a baby and you came over and we did. You remember when you was so and so and we did this. Did it so she wouldn't remember. She took care to God, her Abba and her Amma, right? In her old age, she took care of it, keep it upon her mindset, right? And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength. Don't disregard the latter days now, because you're strong now, you're vibrant now. You be like, man, I would never. No, you better stay, you better stay vigilant, brethren. You better stay vigilant. Keep your mind right. For the relieving of thy fathers shall not be forgotten, and instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up. There's a lot of people disrespecting their parents in the flesh because of, what happened when they was little, or for whatever reason. It's telling you to be patient. If we call to be patient with our enemies and all this old stuff with the other nations and endure to the end and all this old stuff with people outside of ourselves, other nations, enemies, how much more are we to be patient, forgiving, long suffering with those of our own household? You know, even the more so, right? In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered. Thy sins also shall melt away, and the ice in the fair warm weather. Holding discipline, holding virtue, holding wisdom in the good times and the bad times, it's got the same effect. Thy sin shall melt away, because you show yourself worthy of salvation. That's your endurance. That's your endurance to the end. 16. He that forsaketh his father is a blasphemer, and he that angereth his mother is accursed of Yah. See, that's the of Yah. He's on your head. So let me see what we got here. How many verses we got? We got some verses on this thing. My son, go on with thy business in meekness. Meek and quiet ruach, he said. Go on with thy business in meekness. So shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved. What it's all about. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the master. This is what happened with King David, man. We be talking about Yasharal and how we so strong and how we so this and how we that. People don't give a lot of regard to King David's reign as opposed to what he had. You understand, this man had all 12 tribes under his power. This man had, you know, all his enemies. He's the reason why King Solomon never had to go to war. You know why? Because he fought them all. He had them all. He had all the 12 tribes in unity working with him. We talking about, think about, the NFL. Think about the NBA. Think about, wrestling. All these black dudes, big, bulky, David had all these men. At least, you got to think, we came out of Egypt with 600,000 fighting men. He had to have at least a million and a half just fighting men under his control, all over the world, mind you, because they traveling. So he can call them in from Egypt, call them in from Europe, call them in from Asia. Listen, get down here. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? He had that under his control. And when you read Psalms, when you read his prayers, the man talked about himself like he wasn't nothing, man. The man talked about himself like he wasn't nothing. You want to talk about power. It said the man left so much gold and so much wood and treasures for Solomon, it was ridiculous. Most of what Solomon put in the temple, David had already left it. So he had power, he had money, he had favor with Yah, he had favor with men, he had everything we could ever hope to ask for. Man had plenty of wives, plenty of children. The man had the fullness of everything. But you read his prayers, and he like, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. It's only you. You Abba. You this Abba. You this Abba. Like the man talked about himself like he was nothing. He truly was, verse 18, the greater thou art. Solomon was great for his money and his wisdom, but you never hear about his might. David had might, David had wisdom, David had power. David had what Solomon didn't have. David worked hard so that Solomon could rest. But the man talked about himself like he was nothing and gave all honor and esteem to the Most High Yah. May we all be likewise minded. May we all live, verse 18, that the greater thou art. We said we the chosen. We kings and priests. A lot of brothers take that and be cocky with it. They be cocky. They be haughty. They be puffed up because of this office, because of this greatness. Verse 18 said, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor. So guess what that means? If you're not humble, then you don't find favor before the Master, before the Most High Yah. And that's what it is, man. Let's get into a couple tunes, man. It's going down, man. Told y'all for this, let's get into some see what I got for y'all, man. Seem like I be always playing the same artist. You know what? Let me play this other tune. Shout out to this brother. I heard this brother is coming to the Hebron Men's Gathering August 10th through the 15th, right? We hope to see him August 10th through the 15th. In Altamont, Tennessee, the Hebron Men's Gathering. Please visit Hebron Men's Gathering page on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. You'll see the flyers and everything, and the contact information, the registration information. Get registered. All you melanated men, all you African Americans, this particular event, I will say this: we are wanting to get melanated men in a place where they can bond and have unity and build trust and build relationships free of other nations. Not that we're against other nations. We're not against other nations. We harbor all the strangers and all the Gentiles and all those that would cleave to the skirt of a Yehudi, right? We actually welcome you as brethren, as brethren. But as an event, as this particular event, it's a family affair. You know what I'm saying? You might love your neighbors, but when it's time to have a family meeting, you don't invite your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch y'all later. We'll have a party for y'all at another time. Right now, we're trying to get the men of Yasharal together, knowing and unknowing. It's an event to learn and to bond and do manly things. It's not religious. We might do some praise and worship. We might do some prayer, but that's not going to be the whole of the event. The whole of the event is bonding, doing manly activities. It's a camp out event. Bring your tent, bring your cooler, bring your fishing rod, bring your guns and your bullets. It's going down. We're going up on a mountain. It's on a mountain. You ever camped out on a mountain? The stars be hitting you in the forehead at night, you know. So anyway, get registered. Hebron Men's Gathering. You can Google it. You know what I'm talking about? We Googleable. I don't even know if it's a word, but it is now. So anyway, this particular brother, um, Fontano, Just Fontano. Shout out to Just Fontano. This is a hit. We need to get this on the radio. I don't know if it's in rotation, but Just Fontano, not a game.
My spirit is high, so filled with joy. Yeah, my spirit is so filled with joy. Man, I just can't hold it in. I know I'm his, yeah. He told me this, yeah. That's why I'm so loud. My blessings keep rolling in, yeah. I thank God for saving me and teaching and sustaining me. I hope that it's easy to see. I love y'all, and this is not a game with me. This ain't no game with me. This ain't no game with me. This ain't no game with me. This is really me. This is what I really do. Dripping in the spray from my face to my tennis shoes. I gotta walk it like I talk it. I ain't perfect, but I'm about this alive. I pick my word up, then I got my mind right. That's when the devil try to hit me with a blind side. I brought my sword and got the slicing, yo. I hit him hard like Tyson, yo. Oh, yeah, I'm so grateful for you being faithful and keeping me strong. Without you, I'm nothing. I live for your love. I need that to move on. I used to be blind, now I see like an hour with binoculars on. And I used to be broke, but I trusted in you. Now I'm swinging on chrome. Ain't worried about nothing, don't do no complaining, cause he got my back. 1,000 may fall at my left and my right, but when everything's over, I'll still be intact. I'm singing like David and walking with angels. I'm slaying Goliath and preaching the word. I'm just a leader inspired by y'all to wake up his people all over the earth. My spirit is high, so filled with joy. Yeah. My spirit is so filled with joy, man, I just can't hold it in. I know I'm his, yeah. He told me this, yeah. That's why I'm so loud. My blessings keep rolling in, yeah. I thank God for saving me and teaching and sustaining me. I hope that it's easy to see. I love y'all, and this is not a game with me. This ain't no game with me. This ain't no game with me. This ain't no game with me. I don't deserve, no. I don't deserve, no, I do not deserve your grace and your mercy. But I called on your name and you still heard me. You did not leave me. You ain't deserve me. You just received me. Then you preserved me. Father, you worthy. Y'all be living in the last days. This war we in is not a game. Yes, life is recording you. Up or down, it's up to you. Yeah, it's real, the devil is real, hell is real, heaven is real, and yes, I'm going. And I ain't worried about the police or the government or the news trying to scare me with the roundup. Cause I know without a doubt in me, my soul is safe and about to be numbered amongst the ones who will forever.
Hey y'all, apparently that's a big hit. So this is Just Fontano. That's J-U-S-F-A. Hold on one second. I gotta go back. J-U-S-F-O-N-T-A-I-N-O. That's J-U-S-F-O-N-T-A-I-N-O. Not a game, right? Not a game. Uh, also, shout out to my speaking of Hellbro and Men's Gathering, this brother was on the first calls. He also came out to the first gathering. My Ox Solomon, or Ox Shlomo, as we call him now. Uh, Rod and Staff.
First thing you probably do is check my credentials. I was led by the Ruach to rock the instrumental to give a bad one who is a dangerous time. For breaking y'all's laws, that's a serious crime. We've been led the wrong way. We headed for destruction. Hit with a grievous wound. Now let's construct this, cause on the journey like we about to lose some friends. We keeping y'all's word what we must defend. Finding what it teach and relaying the message. If you need some clarification, you can refer to Exodus. Let me clear my thoughts, dig a bit deeper. Y'all rappers coming and the worse than the reaper. Spirit out here, are you ready for this war? The things we've been taught, we've been led for. The spirit go. My spirit. First thing you probably do is check my credentials. I was led by the Ruach to rock the instrumental to give a fair warning. It's a dangerous time. For breaking y'all's laws, that's a serious crime. We've been led the wrong way. We headed for destruction. Hit with a grievous wound. Now let's construct this, cause on the journey like we about to lose some friends. We keeping y'all's word what we must defend. Finding what it teach and relaying the message. If you need some clarification, you can refer to Exodus. Let me clear my thoughts, dig a bit deeper. Y'all rappers coming and the worse than the reaper. Spirit out here, are you ready for this war? The things we've been taught, we've been led for. The spirit gonna lead, is gonna guide you to the truth. So turn from my wicked ways, those are things we must do. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. See, your word is a sword that pierces my flesh. Your love and your mercy I can't contest. You walk beside me whenever I'm alone, and your spirit guards me and it keeps me strong. It's going to be some days, it's going to be hard to smile. Returning to your covenant, let's get through this last mile. We're living in the day where tomorrow, and I promise, the curses and these plagues, they are passed upon us. On the day of judgment, please don't pass me by. If we're not doing your will, there's no need to cry. I'm hoping on the day that the day I get in. It's not a game, we must repent of our sins. I'm stretching my repentance through the pen. When it's all said and done, we don't do this again. I'm thankful for your patience, allow me to get in. I don't want to be burning thinking about what could have been. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. Let me go up in depth and drop you some knowledge. Just a student of the word, just like you, I'm trying to follow this. Decline my thinking, situation getting serious. You can't comprehend, it's gonna leave you delirious. Back in old days, only 8 to 5. Solomon Gomorrah, that was less than 5. Y'all should say you follow me, take up your cross. Cause everything in your life, not by me, you talk. We struggle with these things every day repetitively. Society got my people thinking that we know better than the kings and queens. Because we y'all chosen people. Here's the glass, have it look through the peephole. As we proceed, as we fall, we must repent of our sins and must turn away from our wicked ways. All praises be to the Most High. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, cause Yah's with me. Yah's my shepherd, and I shall not want. Need a rod and a staff that comfort me. That's right.
Right, all right. Shout out to my Ox Solomon for that one. That's a banger. That's a banger. Okay, here, let me get you this thing, man, before I gotta Or I gotta excommunicate you. You serious about that thing? How to do how we do me. Just go research it. Just go research it and look it up. I can give y'all the information. You know, just go research that thing. Uh, hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me get this man this thing real quick. Let me get him this thing real quick. We are in case you don't know, we are in the book of Sirach / Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 18. Uh, I just sent it to my wife on mistake. Uh, send it to everybody in that group thread. It's in the group thread, Octavia. Uh, verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the master. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed to the meek. You gotta believe you don't know everything. You gotta seek diligently the Most High. For the power of the Master is great, and he is honored of the lowly. Hold on 1 second. He is honored of the lowly. You know why? He's honored of the lowly because the haughty ain't got time for him. They ain't got time to honor him. They ain't got time to reverence him. That's why you got to check yourself and make sure you're not the haughty type. You're not the one that ain't got time. 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. See, a lot of people want to know stuff and all this kind of stuff. That ain't gonna help them either way. You know, he is just to provide you with certain information if you apply the right tactics. You know, but certain stuff you have to think about the level of importance. You know, um, certain stuff just ain't. Certain stuff just ain't. What did Paul say? Um, all things ain't. What did he say? Prudent? I don't think he said prudent. You don't use them kind of words. All things aren't. What did he say? Help me, Kafo, about. Oh, expedient. All things aren't expedient. See, that's the thing. Everything ain't expedient for you. Everything ain't the right time or in the right mode to be doing it at a particular time and season. Right? That's what this is saying. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee. You know, you can't handle this what you looking for. You know, neither search out things that are above thy strength. You know, slow down, pump your brakes, young buck. But what is commanded thee? Think thereupon with reverence. Listen, what is commanded of thee? What is required of thee? That's what you need to reverence. That's what you need to respect. That's what you need to be on. See, you got all these people that want to know all these mysteries of the Shemaim and all that. Meanwhile, they've been commanded to be upright. They've been commanded to bear the fruits of the Ruach and not the fruits of the flesh. They've been commanded to be a certain type of man, a certain type of woman, a certain type of father, a certain type of mother, a certain type of brother, a certain type of employee. And this is not their concern. You know, they want to learn something so they can go on Clubhouse and argue about it. So they can hop on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube or all in your comments on your posts, arguing about some frivolousness. You know, they ain't worried about living nothing. They just worried about correcting somebody, about something that ain't got nothing to do with up or down. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. A lot of meat on that bone. A lot of meat on that bone, there, brethren. Be not curious in unnecessary matters. Listen, tell me this ain't a black folks book. Mind your business. That's what they're saying. Listen, be not curious in unnecessary matters. Listen, mind your business is what they're saying. For more things are showed unto thee than men understand. Listen, what you have is enough. That's what me and my brother been trying to tell y'all. This stuff about, trying to keep feast days and different things that people do, man. You got brothers out here like really offering offerings, really offering, you know, really slaughtering animals, offering them to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got other stuff on your plate. You got to learn how to develop a meek and quiet ruach. Imagine you ain't got a meek and quiet ruach, as the scriptures say, is of great price to the Most High, y'all. And that's the adorning that He requires. That's the apparel He requires. But you putting on all this other apparel. You know what you got on? Foreign apparel. And you ain't gonna believe it. It said when the Adon comes back, he gonna destroy those hiding behind the bush, eating, eating, eating swine's flesh. And he gonna destroy those with foreign apparel. You ain't gonna believe it. That's not something you should want to happen to you. So this right here, man, more things are shown unto thee than men understand. That's what you need to be working on, and not the unnecessary matters. 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. You know why? You're thinking too much. Ain't nobody told you to do all that old extra thinking, all that stuff you ain't got no proof of, you don't know nothing about. You just doing extra. Your own vain opinion instead of the facts. You got to go off the facts, brethren, the Carfax, you know. Without eyes, thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore, that thou hast not. Don't be talking about stuff you don't know nothing about. That's why I try to catch myself a lot of times and say, I think or I believe. I try not to profess that I know a thing of a surety when I don't. You know, you know, when I don't. I try to give y'all my biblical perspective, my biblical uh uh what was the word? I just had it on my tongue. Interpretation that the Most High Yah has given me, and I believe it's sound. And I'm just bringing forth what He's given to me. It's up for you to go study. It's up for you to discern. I'm not telling you you have to do a thing. I'm reading the text, and oftentimes the text tell you plainly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a lot of exegesis, as they say. The text be telling you plainly, or I'm quoting other scriptures with certain scriptures to give a precept for you. I'm not stopping what I'm doing, going to pull it up and show you and all that. I'm not doing all that. Paul ain't do all that. You know, the apostles often, sometimes they'd say Isaiah said, or the prophet such and such said. But most of the time they just said it is written. Meaning, if you don't know it's written, then that's kind of your problem. You know what I'm saying? You need to study, show thyself approved, so you can know where it said it. You know what I'm saying? So, for those of you familiar with scripture, you got to be familiar with what I'm saying. Like Paul, I speak as unto them that know the law. I speak to them that know scripture. Right. 26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last, and he that a hob danger shall perish. I don't even think that word would be a hob right there. I mean, a hob is a strong affection for, but it would probably be desire, really. He that desire danger shall perish therein. An obstinate heart. Let's see what obstinate means. What does obstinate mean?
Here's the definition of obstinate: stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or chosen course of action, despite attempts to persuade one to do so.
Ooh, stubbornly refusing. He with a stubborn heart shall be laden with sorrow. Don't be stubborn, brethren. Don't be stubborn. You better be like water in certain things and like an immovable tree in others. Certain things you need to be flexible with as far as correction. You need to be able to be corrected where correction is needed. See, water go where it's led. It's flexible. In sin and in wickedness, you need to be immovable upon the ground of righteousness, right? You stand on that. Don't be moving and flexible with that. See, a lot of you got it mixed up. You know what I'm saying? You're firm in wickedness, you know, and I know, you like water in wickedness, and how does that go? You firm in wickedness because you're not moving from it, and you wavy in righteousness, right? You're not firm. You're moving around. You're willy nilly with it. Okay, you need to flip that over, right? In the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy. You know why? Because if you stay proud, you're never gonna learn your lesson. See, if you get punished for pride, leave off from that pride. And see, that's true repentance. It's a turning. It's a turning. It's a leaving off from. See, a lot of us don't leave off. We just be sorry. We feel bad about it. My bad. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Nobody want to hear about all them old feelings. You know, you beat on your wife, abuse your husband physically, verbally, or you cheat on your spouse. You get caught. You say, I'm sorry. And keep on cheating? What does your I'm sorry mean if you're going to continue the offense, brethren? We got to put it down. We got to turn. We got to stop it. See, that's what the Most High wants. The Most High want a stopping of the offending of Him. See, so you won't be considered proud and not have any remedy for you. A person that won't leave off from offending because they so proud and haughty, they feel as if they could continue on. Ain't no remedy for that. Ain't nothing but destruction coming to that kind of a mindset. But if you have the mindset of meekness and humbleness and change, true meekness, and I'm not talking about words and stuff that people be saying. I'm talking about the kind of uh, uh, characteristics that bring about action, right? The kind of characteristics that bring about action. Don't let the plant of wickedness have root in you. The heart of the prudent man will understand the parable. You know why? Because he gonna think on that thing until he get it. That's where his prudentness comes from, right? And an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. Water will quench a flaming fire, and alms maketh an atonement for sin. And he that requiteth to or requiteth good turns, he that requiteth good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. He said, listen, if you return good for good, he's saying you are mindful of that which come hereafter. You thinking about the afterlife. A lot of people are doing evil for evil. A lot of people are not reverencing, not respecting the Most High Yah because they aren't mindful that there's something coming after this life. See, hopefully you are living in a way because you are respecting and reverencing the one who created you and knowing that he has power of where you will spend eternity when you leave this place. He has the power to have you to be in good times here. See, a lot of people, you're going to suffer here and you're going to suffer when you die, you know. But if you truly upright, even if you may appear to be suffering here, inwardly you shall be uplifted. Inwardly you shall be rich. You know, like I said, I know thou poverty, but thou art rich. You know, not just in the life to come, not that just cause you're gonna inherit the kingdom. You're gonna have joy. You're gonna have contentment in this life. You know, your joy, your contentment ain't dependent upon things. See, a lot of people see things and think, oh, it's all cool. It's people living under a bridge. You got more peace, more joy, more shalom than people living in mansions. I know it sounds crazy to you, but you better believe it's possible. Because under that bridge, in that little hut, the area clean, what little money they get, they're going to go somewhere. They're going to wash that bed. They're going to wash that pillow. They're going to wash them clothes. They're going to be diligent over a few things. Meanwhile, somebody in a mansion in 1,000 square foot house, clothes all over the floor, bathroom nasty. They don't want to clean their own toilet. Or maybe they got so much money, they got maids and things, but their heart be heavy. They make money, they got everything going for themselves, but their heart be heavy. They can't have joy. They can't have shalom. They can't have contentment. They can't be still. They can't be still. It's like that drug addict that can't be sober. If I'm ever sober, I'm gonna consider my path. I'm gonna consider what I'm running from, what I'm hiding from. See, water will quench a flaming fire, and alms maketh an atonement for sin. And he that required good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. And when he falleth, he shall find a stay. Told I y'all. Told I y'all. And that's what I got for y'all, man. That's what I got for you. You know, this has been the Script Talk Podcast. Flexible. Yeah, that's right. Flexible. Shout out to my holding me down in the comments. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. You know, everybody that tuned in. Hold on, what's going on there? Okay. So yeah, man, hit that like button. Quit playing with me. Quit robbing me. Right? Hit that like button. Share. You know what I'm saying? Go to my YouTube, subscribe. Go to my Facebook and follow so you can be alerted when it's time to go live. I go live for more than just the Script Talk podcast. Um, Once weekly, me and my brethren, we do a scripture study. It's our Shabbat study. It's a lot of meat on that bone. It's not on Saturdays uh, until a certain point, but that point is not now. So it's just a lot of meat on that bone. I don't feel like explaining it. It's the lunar Sabbath. Uh, Particularly, you could join us Monday, uh, anywhere between 11 and 1 p.m. We will be going live on a scripture study. I don't know what it is at this moment, but I'll be willing. if we all arrive on that day, it will be something, and we will be there, and we will be sharing it on the platform. So shout out to my Shah, shout out to my Akafel, and whoever may be on this live or have joined it. Shout out to everybody out there in Radio Land, all my people there, Truth Music Radio. That's music with a Z. Go get that app if you ain't got it. You know, uh, 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 you know, rate it, give it a like, give it 5 stars in the Play Store, in the App Store. Support the people. Shout out to Jay Shields and his wife Ray Chantel. Shout out to them for holding it down and putting together all these Hebrew radio stations so that we can have truth music around the clock, so that we can have truth content, you know, moving about throughout the airwaves. Also, shout out to Brother Jacob and shout out to Moshe Yehuda. Shout out to his Ishaz, putting in the work, being diligent, putting out truth music, putting out other content. Shout out to them, man. You know, you know, my brother Big Business, you know what I'm saying? Kansas City, you know, talk with that swag, the big city swag, man. Shout out to the fam, you know what I'm saying? Tune in or tune out, you know. Uh Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the Hellbrun Men's Gathering. Like I said, you can find us on Facebook, Hellbrun Men's Gathering page. Uh, Hit us up. Soon to come to TikTok. Soon to come to to soon to come to Instagram and all that. We coming. You know what I'm saying? Black men, we calling you. We calling you out. We like Nehemiah. You know what I'm talking about? We calling everybody out. Come on up to the mountain. Find out who your daddy is, who your mama Nehem is. You know what I'm talking about? We calling you out. We want to find out who you is, what you know, what you got to add to the pot. It's time to quit playing. It's time to quit fighting. Enemies is at our gates. You know, um, it's time to come together as the world is is crumbling. It's time for us to be building. You know what I'm talking about? So come on out, man. Hebron Men's Gathering. We'll learn how to start a fire. Learn how to, you know, hand to hand combat. Learn how to you know, learn how to deal with your wife. Learn how to deal with your fiance. Learn how to deal with your children. We got a lot of elders, got a lot of seasoned brothers. We got a big campfire pit. We're gonna sit around the campfire. We're gonna have stories. We're gonna get testimonials. We got a lot of equipment out there. Might have a concert or two. You know what I'm saying? Uh we got a, waterfall about 10 to 20 minutes away. You know, we got woods and trails and all kind of amount of things to enjoy ourselves. We got a river we go fishing in. You know what I'm saying? A river, brethren. I'm not talking about no pond. I'm not talking about a river. You know what I'm saying? Living waters. You want to get baptized? We get baptized you. You know what I'm saying? You try and get put down with the set. You want to get put down with the set? You know what I'm saying? We can jump you in out there. You know what I'm saying? But if you truly down, you gotta be already. You gotta be already jumped in. You gotta be jumped in on the ruach. You know what I'm saying? If we put water on you, you just be a wet sinner. You know, you gotta be baptized in the ruach. You gotta be firmly converted, firmly convicted to serve the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? We're not in the business of making wet sinners. We're in the business of confirming brethren, building brethren, you know, kinsmen, kinsmen, uh, and whatnot. So, like I said, it's not a religious event. We just providing a place and a space for black men to come together and enjoy themselves, free of the other nations. Not that the other nations would plague us. It's just that as a group of people, we don't have a lot of events that is mainly for us, that's not solely religious, right? Um, and men in general, men and youth, for fathers and sons to come to a place and enjoy themselves and just unwind and to express themselves freely. That's what it's all about. Uh, the bonding and the unity and the freedom and the love that comes from fellowship, actually living scripture instead of just talking about it. You know, um, you might not know of certain things. You can come to the Hellbrown Men's Gathering and learn it. You might not know how to break your gun down and clean it. We're gonna show you. You might not know how to line your sights up on your gun. We're gonna show you. You might not know how to start a fire and to make it burn for a long time. We're gonna show you. You might not know how to catch a fish, gut it, skin it, put it on a campfire. We're gonna show you. You know, you might not know how to talk to your wife. We're gonna tell you. You might not know how to handle your kids. We're gonna tell you. You know, you might not know how to chop a tree down with an axe. We're gonna tell you, right? Most High willing. So that's what it's all about, man. Told our bar to the Most High, y'all. Let me find a closeout song for y'all. But willing, join me next week. Also, me and my baby, we got a podcast, Y'all's Word on the Street, where we discuss world, national, and local news from a biblical and Hebraic perspective. You better believe it. Join us there. We're going to be talking about things you're not going to find in your local news. We're going to try to tie it into the scriptures. Pray the Most High y'all give us discernment in these things. We're going to close this out with my op. Abdil Anava, right? Abdil Anava. Script Gang page on YouTube. Speak life. Right? Speak life. Like I said, all praise to the Most High y'all. Thanks for saying Who's Mashiach. We'll see you next time. And it's 12 tribes, but it's one nation. Hallelujah.
It's just different.
Hallelujah, yeah. Let the Ruach lead you on a new path. The Most High sees you. He's holding your hand. He's walking with you, making sure you don't trip or stumble. Don't go the wrong way. Trust in God's way. You gotta speak life when it looks too bad. Speak life even more when it looks so good. He sees you. Believe who came and died and rose again. Why don't you speak life? Speaking from the corner soul. Why don't you speak life? Speak it. Why don't you speak life? Speaking from the corner soul. Why don't you speak life? Tell me, why don't you believe in everything that he's giving you? Let me take you to this water and rebirth you again. It's a part of his plan. You got a mission, and you gotta eat it. You gotta do his will. If you love God, then keep his commandments. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm trying to live righteous. We gotta fight for this here. Understand what we doing. God's will create righteousness in your heart, yeah. Why don't you speak life? Speaking from the court of soul. Why don't you speak life? Speak it, speak it. Why don't you speak life? Speaking from the court of soul. Why don't you speak life?